going on, Clash Masters? Rocky here today, and today we're going to be talking about the CWL playoffs, mostly Rising League. We got our homies Black Apple representing Rising League. You guys know that I'm in there tight with Black Apple. Those are my guys. Black Apple getting the win over Michigan Rose, as you kind of see right there. We're going to talk about what's going on in the Rising playoffs, how everything's looking, check out the stats of this war, show off a couple replays, and we'll show you how it went, guys. Show you how we got the victory in this war. Shout out to Black Apple moving forward in the playoffs. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn on those notifications if you haven't done so already. So let's go ahead and talk about the playoff picture before we get into this war specific. All right, guys, so this weekend was the wild card weekend, the first weekend of playoffs. We had 16 clans in there, so 8 gonna move forward. We had some great wars going on. As we already know, Black Apple took care of business, beating Michigan Rose. Michigan Rose beat Black Apple a couple weeks ago, so getting a nice little bit of payback right there. Very proud of my guys over in Black Apple. I wasn't in that war, but that's fine because we got the win. That's all that really matters. Then we had Reddit Hounds going up against JTJ. Reddit Hounds getting the win, 85-82, as we see there. LP3 Chiron going up against Predominance. Predominance getting the win, 83-79 right there. We got Secundum going up against Coastal Clash. Coastal Clash getting the win, 87-87, with a very close tie. It was 95.8% to 95.47%, so a 0.33 difference on that war. Such a close war. Good job to both of them. Black Apple getting the win over Michigan Rose, 82-80, as we already saw. Hagir Metal going up against Nagaland Elite 1. Hopefully I didn't butcher their name too bad. Hagir Metal getting the win, 86-82 in that war. A8 going up against Sheldon Massive. A8 getting the win, and another close war, 85-85, edging them out 95.17% to 94.23%. So a very close war there, less than 1% separating that one as well. Bangladesh going up against Forza's LTU. Bangladesh getting that win, 85-81. Then we had Elite Valor going up against Pinoy Violator MP, and Elite of Valor going to move forward into the next round. So there's all of our winners. If we take a look at the quarterfinals coming up, we're going to have Reddit Hounds against Predominance, Coastal Clash against Black Apple, Hagir Metal against A8, Bangladesh against Elite of Valor, and it should be a really good weekend of wars. If you guys don't know, we will be covering on Friday the Black Apple Coastal Clash matchup. That'll be really good. We'll have that live on stream around 9 p.m. Eastern time, and it should be a really great matchup. Again, Coastal Clash was moving forward on that tie, and then Black Apple coming off a nice win, a rebound win against Michigan Rose. So let's go ahead and talk about the Michigan Rose Black Apple war right here. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about the stats of this war. It was 82-80, 92.7% to 90.2. All the attacks were used up. The breakdown was 3-10-17, meaning there was 3 Town Hall 11s, 10 Town Hall 10s, and 17 Town Hall 9s, guys. Now, honestly, guys, this matchup came down to the 11v10 dip game. If we see here, both sides had one 11v11 attempt. Both didn't get the 3-star, 2-star attempts on those. Then we had 10v10s, no 10v10 triples, which is a little bit strange out there. Normally we see a couple of those, but 0 for 11 from Black Apple, 0 for 7 from Michigan Rose. Unfortunate, but that happens, you know. Sometimes these bases, especially playoff bases, it's going to be a lot tougher to take these down. 9v9, 17 out of 30 for Black Apple, 17 for 28 out of Michigan Rose. So Michigan Rose went 61%, BA went 57% there. A little bit of room for improvement, but that's all right. Got the 9s all cleared out. And then on the 11v10s went perfect, 5 for 5 for Black Apple, and then 3 for 5 from Michigan Rose. And that's where the difference was, guys. Making up a huge difference, making up those 2 stars on perfect dips there. And then on the 10v11s, we had 3 for 9 for Black Apple, and then we had 2 for 13 from Michigan Rose. So let's go ahead and take a look at this war map, show off some highlights from this war, and talk about it a little bit more here. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and show off a nice 10v11 here. We're gonna have Dial going in. He's gonna be using like a stoned bowler attack here. He's gonna be using 3 total golems, then a bunch of bowlers. He's gonna kind of funnel out both sides and then send the golems, the last golem, the Clan Castle golem, which is a max golem, up the center with a bunch of bowlers, the heroes, and just gonna make a dive right at that town hall. And this one goes really well for him. So we're gonna kind of see here, we're gonna see that bowler bouncing on that mortar. We got archers just working, just getting this percentage on the outside of the base. These free percentage points, kind of just nailing these, getting those taken care of. And that's going to help lead to success. If you can get some free percentage points or some easy percentage points on the outside of a base on a 10v11, you definitely want to do that, because sometimes percent can be really dicey on these. You don't want to, 49% 1-star and then be like, man, I just need a 1% and there was an army camp right there, I could have got it. You want to make sure that your percent is on point, and Dial does a really good job of that. So we see all of those buildings kind of cleaned up, got 9% there. We see a golem coming in, and here's the bowlers like I was talking about, just going to start working on funneling out this right side, and then he's going to do the same thing on the bottom side of the base, just clearing out a bunch of these buildings, funneling everything in there, and making a nice line towards the town hall for that kill squad. So Dow does a really good job here getting the funnel in, getting those bowlers working, and then on the other side he has the golem in again, and then a few bowlers over there just helping work cleaning out that funnel, and then he's going to bring that kill squad with the max golem and more bowlers and the heroes right up the center of the base and have a nice push in. We see more bowlers go in right there on the left side. Enemy queen steps up, and she's going to eventually get those bowlers taken out, and we get a wall breaker in right there. Max golem coming out of clan castle, few more bowlers, heroes coming in as well, raging those guys up. Got a poison spell left over for the clan castle. Once the clan castle gets pulled out, gonna get a little bit lucky here that the queen's gonna step up and go right towards that town hall. Check out what the queen does here, guys. She's gonna take out that air defense, jump right in there, and lock right onto the town hall after she takes that balloon. Kind of lucky she didn't lock onto that golem, to be honest. He hit her ability right at the right time, gets the 2-star right there with the queen, and a very nice attack there by Dial, finishing that baby off for a 2-star. And then he's gonna, try to get some free extra percent here. But a very nice attack there by Dial with a 55% 2-star 10v11 attack right there. So if we kind of take a look up here at the map, Dial getting that 2-star, and then we had Mike coming in. I think he was just trying to increase the percentage on that one, and then we had Tetzel getting the 2-star on that base, and then we had a lot of dips. Again, no 10v10 3-stars, a lot of dips on the Town Hall 10s. We had dips there from Barbie on 10 and 12. We had Breeze hitting number 8 and number 6 for 3-stars, and then we had Mike also hitting number 4 for a 3-star. Very nice dip action right there. We're not going to really show off too much dipping on that one. What we're going to show off is our best 10v10 attempt. This was a 96%. Normally I won't really show a replay of a non-3-star, but it's playoff action. Let's be honest, we want to see some playoff action. So Red Arrow getting a 96%, I believe here. 2-star, a really good attempt on this base with some drag loon action. Just doesn't really get the core taken care of, and it ends up biting him a little bit in the butt. But it was a really good attempt at this base, and I definitely want to show off our best 10v10 attempt in this war, because it was really close, and hopefully we can convert this next time. But we're getting wins. Wins are where it's at. These playoff bases are no joke, guys. I've tried facing a lot of bases, in my experience in the CWL, and it's been tough, man. So the guys that are able to 3-star more consistently, or even just 3-star at all 10v10, are really good at the game, really good at practicing on those bases, or practicing on those attacks rather, not the bases. But man, it is crazy hard to get 10v10 triples right now, and we're kind of going to see that right here with Red Arrow. So he's going to bring in some dragons, work throughout the base, and he's going to bring the dragons up through the base, taking out all these point defenses. Then he's going to bring in a clone Laloon, which is going to be really cool to see the clone Laloon do a little bit of work on this base. Multi-Inferno, not really going to hurt the dragons too much. It is going to weaken them down, but it's not going to be like overwhelming that the dragons aren't going to be able to work. We're going to see those loons coming in at the right side of the base, where you see that haste spell down right there. We'll see those balloons coming in. There goes a lava hound coming in out of the clan castle Lalo. And then here we're going to go ahead and clone up some balloons and get a nice haste spell on those balloons to get them towards that air defense. Works out really well. Dragon's still working around the top of the base, looking pretty decent, but nothing gets in towards that Inferno, and that ends up being a pretty big problem later on, as we'll see. King's going to work around the base, still a few balloons up, but man, that Inferno not going down is such a huge problem. Also that Expo, also another problem there. Expo and Inferno going to work on these remaining troops, especially the dragons, as the dragons are going to kind of cut in and go towards that Inferno here in a few moments. But it was still a really good attempt by Red Arrow. Unfortunately, he didn't get the triple here, but I thought it was a pretty good run at the base. That's why I wanted to show this one off. That way we can see some hot, nice 10v10 action. That way we don't have no Town Hall 10 action in this video. But as you see there, that multi-Inferno does wear out those dragons eventually, and everything down at the bottom is just going to get taken out. There's mortars up, there's an Expo, there's the Inferno. Just not going to be quite enough to get there for the 3-star. That Inferno works on that dragon. Poor little dragon goes down, and then everything else is going to end up falling down here at the bottom of the base. But he does get to that 96%, like I mentioned. So a good try by Red Arrow, but unfortunately not getting the 3-star right there. All right, guys, if you guys were on stream, you saw this attack. This attack is nuts. Heavy Bringer Bear coming in with a Pentalalo. just doesn't worry about the queen, doesn't worry about the clan castle, and just works right through this base. This attack worked so well for him, and we saw this one on stream. It was a pretty solid attack, let's be honest here. So that queen's working on balloons, working on the lava hounds. He's gonna rage skelly spell that queen to get her down. The baby dragon's just eventually gonna fall from the poison spell and the lava pups right there. Queen goes down, and he's just gonna work throughout this base. So basically just using the skeleton spell and the lava pups to take out that queen and that clan castle dragon, baby dragon, and just works right through this base. Like, I could not believe how effective he was here with the Pentalalo, an attack we've kind of mentioned before, but we haven't seen this a ton, especially in the competitive scene. Glad to see new attacks, or attacks that we don't see a ton of, being used for sure. It's always a cool thing. Tons of pups throughout this base. Still got a poison spell, still got a balloon, Tesla farm down here at the bottom, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. Still got that max hound up and working through all of this stuff, so not going to be that big of a deal that Tesla farm's there because the max hound is there. Unfortunately, max hound does not pop, but still tons of lava pups throughout the base. Works really well for him here, gets through everything with just a straight up Pentalalo. Nothing worrying about the clan castle. Doesn't even use the heroes on this one. Like, the heroes just come in for cleanup. This was an absolutely crazy attack. Love seeing it by Heavy Ringer Bear. Yeah, clean attack, guys. I can't say much more else about that. I mean, doesn't even have to use the heroes. Swagging heroes in the CWL. That's impressive, to be honest. Swagging the heroes in the CWL attack. A very nice attack on the Pentalalo by Heavy Ringer Bear. Alright, guys, we're going to show off one more Town Hall 9 attack here. We're going to see Japper using an OctoQuake, which slap go wee wee bow. Oh my goodness, this attack is so crazy. We kind of highlighted this before in a 3-minute guide, but this attack does work on these bases. OctoQuake using 2 sets of quadquakes to open the base completely up, using those witches and bowlers and golems and everything just to run right through here. Got 3 golems in there, so a stoned approach on this attack. Gonna just use those witches, use all those golems, just run right through this base. You'll kind of see here as the golems are coming in, the witches and skeletons are going to be spawning behind. The base is nice and wide open, so once that funnel is established, you can throw everything else into the base and just absolutely have a clean run at this base. Wanted to show this on and off because this is slowly becoming one of my favorite attacks, so I wanted to show it off and give it some love for sure. So we're going to see those heroes and the bowlers coming in behind everything there. We got golems on either side of the base going up the center as well, and then we have witches at the bottom of the base with some wizards, bowlers, king, queen up the center, and we're just going to have a nice clean run at this base. So it uses 8 earthquakes and a rage spell right there, and it's going to be really good. We still got that rage spell to be used here, guys, and Japper just gets a clean run at this base. As I'm watching it again, we saw this one on stream, I'm pretty sure. Maybe this one was cleaned up after stream, but I know I saw it and I was like, wow, OctoQuake, witch slap, OctoQuake, go wee wee. It's more of a go wee wee. It's not really a witch slap, it's more of a go wee wee here. But Japper getting through this base, absolutely wrecking it with this attack. This attack is so nice when it goes well, and a lot of times it's going to go well if you can get this base opened up like this. We see that queen going to work on that lava hound there, but still tons of troops to work through the rest of the base. Still, what, 4 or 5 witches remaining, still some bowlers left, wizard, kings, both heroes still have their abilities, and this is going to be a nice easy clean. So we're going to go ahead and see the queen pop that lava hound. The lava pups are going to go ahead and get taken out by the witches, the queen, all that great stuff. Still more lava pups up, but really it's not going to matter that much because we still get the king and queen's ability on this attack. So a very nice Town Hall 9 attack, and Town Hall 9s, got to make sure you get those cleared. That's really where it's going to make the difference in these wars. Make sure you're getting your Town Hall 9s cleared and cleaned up, and we see strategies like this being used, being very effective. So always good to see this being used, and effectively as well. I think I said that 4 times there, but that's good. Japper getting a nice 3-star there. Again, OctoQuake, go wee wee. I don't know why I want to keep on a witch slap. OctoQuake, go wee wee, so strong at Town Hall 9 right now. Alright guys, so just wanted to highlight this war before all the replays expire, but a very nice war from Black Apple. Again, shout out to my Black Apple family, getting the job done. Moving on to face Coastal Clash. Again, we will have that on stream Friday night, and then we'll have it finished by Bones Deuce on Twitch on Saturday, so make sure you guys come check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day. Keep on Clash Fashion.